Strange encounters, mysterious apparitions, the unknown. These have intrigued the human race as far back as anyone can remember. It exists in almost every nation, culture, and certainly cannot be separated from Asian folklores. Do you believe in the paranormal? I am Wraith. Welcome to my podcast. The Hantu Raya, a Malay demon. The Hantu Raya is a well-known entity that is famous among the Malay community. It is actually a demon, and many people believed that black magic practitioners usually keep the Hantu Raya, as it is supposed to bestow great powers onto its master. Because the Hantu Raya always takes on its owner's appearance, its true form is unknown. Modern urban legends typically describe it as a large, imposing black shadow with a humanoid shape. The Hantu Raya is believed to possess superhuman strength and can work more efficiently than mortals. It can manifest itself to take the physical form of its owner. As such, a person who keeps a Hantu Raya usually does not speak about having it, preferring to be quiet about it so that he or she can go on doing things that may harm others while the double acts as an alibi. A person who keeps a Hantu Raya will need to feed this demon. The Hantu Raya is fed an offering containing yellow glutinous rice, eggs, roasted chicken, and rice flakes. The food is known as ancak. Food offerings must strictly be observed in a timely manner to avoid any harm caused by the Hantu Raya. The Hantu Raya forms a pact with its human owner by providing them power and certain advantages in life, such as acquiring wealth. In return, the owner or master must provide for the ghost and ensure it has a new owner before dying. When its owner dies without untying its bond with the Hantu Raya, the owner will suffer tremendously while dying. Because of this, the Hantu Raya is usually passed down from generation to generation. The family members inheriting the Hantu Raya would normally not be aware of this, but sometimes they do. This is a story that I have found of a person who has experienced an encounter with a Hantu Raya. This is a story told by Razak, not his real name. According to Razak, when he was a young boy living in a kampong, he liked to cycle with his best friend Jufri. One day after cycling, he hung out at Jufri's house. They stayed in and had tea and snacks that had been prepared by Jufri's mother. After a while, the boys got bored and decided to move to the veranda. While they were chatting and laughing at the veranda, suddenly they heard the sound of the radio coming from the house next door. The house next door belonged to Nenek Fatima, who had just passed away recently. The house was empty.
Jufri, has Nenek Fatima's house been occupied? I can hear the sound of the radio,
said Razak. Jufri's face turned pale, and he changed topic and talked about other things, as though avoiding Razak's question. Razak suspected something was not right, so he pretended and said,
Hey, come let's go next door and get to know your new neighbor.
At this point, Jufri seemed breathless and asked Razak to follow him away from there towards the paddy field. At the paddy field, Jufri said to Razak,
Actually, after Nenek Fatima's passing, my family and I often hear the sound of radio coming from the house. And a few times I've seen the silhouette of Nenek Fatima. I told my mom, and she just told me to ignore it. We suspect that Nenek Fatima had kept a Hantu Raya when she was alive.
Upon hearing that, Razak's heart immediately went to his throat. He regretted mentioning the radio sound that he had heard. Moreover, it was approaching dusk, and it was getting darker. It was better for Razak to quickly get home. As Razak walked through the paddy field, all of a sudden, he saw a figure who looked exactly like Nenek Fatima. It was just like how she dressed, her gait, the way she walked. Everything was 100% like Nenek Fatima. Razak knew that was not Nenek Fatima. He thought perhaps what he had heard earlier had followed him home. Razak was so scared, and he stood still and started chanting whatever verses he could remember. Thankfully, after a while, the figure was gone. Razak ran all the way home. At home, Razak was breathless. His mom asked him,
What's wrong, Razak?
and Razak told his mom his encounter. She advised him to take a shower and pray. Razak did as he was told. Soon, the story of Nenek Fatima keeping a Hantu Raya became the talk of the kampung folks. Razak's mom advised him not to talk about it and not to speak ill of the dead. She didn't need to convince him, as he had no interest to relieve the scary moment. So what do you think? What did Razak see? Was that really the Hantu Raya that had been kept by Nenek Fatima? If so, who is the new owner?